The University of Lagos was more than just a place for education. It was a world where dreams were made and sometimes destroyed. Amidst the bustling campus life were four best friends, Amara, Chioma, Simi, and Fiyi. They were inseparable. They were known for their beauty, intelligence, and the way they lit up every room they entered. But beneath their perfect face lies secrets that threatened to unravel the bond they had carefully built. Amara was the heart of the group, the voice of reason, and the only one who stayed held tightly to her values. Raised by a single mother who struggles to make ends meet, Amara knew the importance of hard work. She jungled her studies with a part-time job at a local restaurant, determined to make something of herself without compromising her dignity. Chioma was the daring one. She had always been adventurous, willing to do anything to have the life she wanted. For Chioma, life was all about taking risks. And when she was introduced to the glamorous world of prostitution, she didn't hesitate. The thrill, the money, the power it gave her were intoxicating. She loved the nightlife, the expensive clothes, and attention from wealthy men who showered her with gifts. Simi, the quiet one of the group, had more complicated story. She grew up in a wealthy family, but her father's sudden death left them in financial ruins. Simi was desperate to maintain the lifestyle she had grown up with. When Chioma introduced her to some of her rich clients, it felt like the only way out. She hated herself for it, but the fear of being poor again was stronger. Fiyi, on the other hand, was different. She was a wild child, always chasing the next thrill. For her, prostitution was not just about the money, it was about the excitement and the feeling of being wanted. She had no shame in what she did. She often joked about it, convincing herself that she was just living her life to the fullest. Mara had no idea how deep her friends were into this lifestyle until one fateful night. It was a Friday, and as usual, the four friends had gathered in their tiny off-campus apartments to unwind. The room was filled with laughter, the smell of popcorn, and the distinct sound of Afrobeats playing from Chioma's Bluetooth. "Need to eat the club tonight," Chioma announced, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "I've got a guy who is willing to pay big money. He's bringing his friends too, so there's enough for everyone." Amara's smile faded as she looked at her friends. She had always heard them talk about clients before, but she always brushed it off, pretending it was just a joke. But Chioma's tone was different tonight. Serious, almost urgent. Amara glanced at Simi, who was nervously twisting the hem of her dress, and then at Fiyi, who was already fixing her makeup, unconcerned. "I think I'll pass," Amara said quietly, trying to keep her voice steady. "I've got work tomorrow morning, and I have to study for my test on Monday." Chioma rolled her eyes. "Amara, you're always uptight. This is just a night out. You don't have to do anything. Just come, have fun, and maybe you'll even make some money." Shook her head. "I don't need money that badly, Chioma. You know that's not my thing." Fiyi chuckled, her eyes glamming with mischief. "Don't be such a party popper, Amara. You might actually enjoy yourself." But Amara wasn't swayed. She watched as her friends got dressed in their tight, glittering outfits, bathed themselves in their expensive perfume, and headed out into the night. Left alone in the apartment, she sighed, feeling a mix of sadness and frustration. She didn't judge her friends, but couldn't understand why they were throwing themselves away like this. Amara stayed up late, flipping through her notes, but couldn't concentrate. The thought of her friends kept creeping into her mind. She was worried about them, about the dangers they could face and the thrills this life would take on them. She remembered how they used to dream together back then when they first met in their freshman year. They had all wanted to make their families proud, to graduate with honors, and to start successful careers. But now it seemed like the dreams were slipping away. Later, the door burst open, and Amara was jolted from her thoughts. Chioma, Simi, and Fiyi stumbled in, laughing loudly. But there was a different edge to their laughter. It seemed they were nervous, almost forcing the laughter. Their makeup was shammed, and their clothes were rumpled. "Amara, you've missed the fun of a lifetime," Chioma said. "The money was crazy, you should have seen it." But Amara could tell something was off. Simi was unusually quiet, staring at the floor. Ralphie smile didn't reach her eyes. There was a tension in the air, one that Amara couldn't quite place. She watched as Chioma poured herself another drink, her hands shaking slightly. Faye tried to make a joke, but it fell flat, and Simi just sat there, lost in her own world. Amara didn't press for details, but she could sense that whatever had happened that night was far from the fun they were pretending it to be. She went to bed with a heavy heart, feeling more disconnected from her friends than ever before. Little did she know that that night was just the beginning of a downward spiral that would change all their lives forever.